Hey everyone, in today's video we will show you how to look up the property tax bill online for a condo or a house here in New York City. I'm Nick at Hauseit, and if you have any questions on this video, please don't hesitate to leave us a comment below or send us an email to team@hauseit.com. If you're looking to buy or sell, we can help you save money here in New York, so please don't hesitate to reach out. So let's get started. So property tax bills here in New York City are a matter of public record, and this means you can look up anybody's property tax bill online without any login required whatsoever. So in order to do this, the first thing you want to do is navigate to this page. Now we have the URL above, so feel free to take a look at that and type it in, but the easiest thing to do is simply go to Google, type in NYC property tax bill, and click on the first link, which will take us to the page we were on. Go ahead and click Access Your Property Tax Bill, and here you can actually start the process of looking for it. Now there's a couple ways to do it. We're going to talk about the first two. The easiest way is to use the address, property address search. So if you click on this, click Agree, and you'll be able to actually type in the property itself. Now we've selected an example today, which is 115 Allen Street, apartment number 3, and we'll go ahead and use that. So borough is Manhattan, number is 115, street, Allen Street, and apartment number 3. Go ahead and hit search, and you can see here that we've actually located this particular property. So it tells us the owner name for the property. It also tells us the block and lot of the unit. On the left side, there are two things. The first is the property tax bill itself, and that's what we said we were going to find. So we'll go ahead and click on property tax bills, and here we are is the history of the property tax bills. So the most recent one for June 6, 2020 is available there. Click on the link and it will actually tell you the bill. So this is the bill, this is the owner, this is his mailing address. Sometimes if the property is an investment property or if the owner doesn't live there full-time, the mailing address might be different. But in essence, this is the amount due for the quarterly bill. But more interestingly enough is scrolling down and it tells us the actual annual property taxes for the unit. So in this case, the taxes before the abatements and star is $23,321.92. But for some reason, the annual property tax is actually considerably lower. It's down to $19,000. And the reason for this is actually because this particular unit is benefiting from the condo co-op tax abatement. What that means is the person who lives in this beautiful apartment actually lives in the apartment. It's their primary residence and they live there, full time, and they are not owning this property in an LLC. So there's a number of requirements that you would need to fulfill in order to qualify. But in short, if you own a property, a condo, or a co-op, quite frankly, in Manhattan or anywhere in the city, and it's your primary residence, it's not an investment property, it's not owned in an LLC, you can qualify for a discount on your property taxes of up to 28.1%. So we have this Hauseit article here which talks a little bit about it, so check out that URL above. But in essence, you can save anywhere from 17.5 to 28.1% on your property taxes. So if we scroll down here, you can see how that's calculated. The amount of the discount is based on the average assessed value. In this case, the average assessed value, or the assessed value, is $186,979. So if we go back to this table, you'll see that we're in the highest bracket, which means that, quite frankly, for the vast majority of properties here in Manhattan, more expensive properties, the savings on property taxes for this condo co-op abatement will be 17.5%. So the reason why we talked about that is because as a buyer or a seller, when you see a condo listing online, you'll want to know, for example, these taxes, are these the taxes with the abatement or without the abatement? Because if this property was an investment property or it was owned in an LLC, it would mean that the current owner is not receiving that discount. And therefore, the monthly taxes on the listing could potentially be lower if, as the purchaser, you qualified for the abatement. So a really adept buyer's agent and an educated buyer is going to be asking, does that tax figure include the abatement? And the way to find out is, as we've done, go to the property tax site, look it up, click on the property tax bill, and go ahead and check for yourself to see whether they're receiving the co-op condo tax abatement. Now, the other cool thing you can do on the property tax site is to look up the square footage of the unit. Now, to do that, go ahead and click on Notices of Property Value on the left, and just go ahead and click on the most recent Notice of Property Value. Now, if you scroll down, it's going to give you some information about the unit right here. Net square footage of the lot from the condo declaration, which is 1805. So this is another good way to fact check the square footage on a listing. Looks like here they were being very honest, and that does correspond with the number on file with the Department of Finance. So there you have it. We showed you how to look up a tax bill, and we showed you how to look up the square footage of a unit using the New York City Department of Finance website. Now, before we let you go, we just want to remind you as well that you can also search by block and lot. Block and lot are like the codes or identifiers for particular properties here in the city. So if you don't have luck with the property address search, sometimes it doesn't work, and we can't figure out why, to be honest. You can definitely make it work by using the BBL search. The easiest way to find the BBL, in my opinion, is if you're on StreetEasy, scroll down to the record of the previous sale, click on that, and click on the original filing. Now, the original filing will give you down here the block and lot of the property. So if we were to type in 415 and 1103 in this interface and hit search, we would be able to come up with the same page as we had before when we used the address way to search. So we hope you found this video helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please leave a comment below the video. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, and we'd love to have you as a subscriber as well. Thanks again for watching. I'm Nick at Hauseit, and we'll see you on the next video.